Sounds like audio is on. Yo, let's scroll over. Refresh. Perfect. Alright, let's go fucking public, boys. Let's go! Let's go, homies. Oh, I got a bat signal this bad boy. Hold up. Let me run around and find good old... Yo, this is gonna be hilarious. We're gonna watch the fucking Theromax Corps Avengers all roll up here in a second, boys. I'm calling this shit now. I'm calling it now. Yo, I do gotta read that new Jon Stewart too, dude. That shit apparently is like wiling like crazy. Okay, let's see here. Let's go to the old channel. Also, guys, I'm just starting up this bad boy, so if you are chilling, you do you out there. We are memeing. What's up, Majin? Yo, what's up, Global Edits? Of course I'm good, bro. I'm as good as it gets. It doesn't get any better than hanging out with me. I've had all sorts of shit going on in my life, but I make time for shit. Yo, what's up, Rock? We got the whole party coming in. We got all the Theromax Corps members. You know, it's not often that I actually go out of my way to start covering content from other people, especially when they're like Goontown 3000. But you know what? I figured I was mentioned between like two of my rogues gallery. Let's see what they're cooking. Let's see what they're cooking. Let's see if they've got something. Because if anything, I may not like either one of these guys because I think they have like the very little ability to accurately do much. Good things whenever it comes to scaling. I am genuine. I'm genuine in my criticisms of people, okay? If they do a good job in this video, I'm gonna say it's a good job, okay? That's just how it goes with me. Because that's just the kind of guy I am. I always give it real. Oh, Rock, trust me, I'm reading that new GL chapter after this one. I think I gotta read like 2 issues of that Jon Stewart stuff. But I'm gonna wait for a few homies to show up inside the chat so we can see exactly what's going on, man. Because this should be a banger-ass stream. This video isn't too long, so I'm kind of surprised by that. But I'm definitely kind of hyping on it to see exactly where we go. Can they get it right? Can someone finally not shit the bed? We're gonna find out today. I've heard good things and bad things about this video, so who knows? Maybe a little bit further over. Cancer Lumos, why do I do this to myself? Yo, look. I don't do this for myself, that's for damn sure, okay? I do this for you guys. The only reason I respond to these, like, Potato Town 3000 people is because the fans need to know the truth about shit, okay? That's just what I do. And that's how it's gonna be. Like, I've got... If I don't do it, no one will, okay? Because all these people wait. They literally just wait. Or they don't do anything. They wait until I make a video and then take like a strong position after that because I inform them on what fucking direction to take, I guess. I don't know. That's just these goons though, man. That's just these goons. Yo, how crazy is this video gonna be for everyone who hasn't seen it? No spoilers in the chat, okay? You spoil me in the chat, I'm gonna be triggered because I love reviewing these, dude. It's so funny to me watching these people try so hard and then, like, flop like a fish on the ground. What do you think the funniest thing will be that we hear inside this one, boys? You gotta let me know down low. You gotta let me know. Yo, we got 9 people chill. Come on, we gotta make it to at least 15. Yo, drag in some of your fucking friends, okay? I know half of y'all are all about this damn, this beef, this drama, bro. So where the hell are y'all friends at, man? Call them in here. Yo, I put out the Theromax Corps signal. We need more people. We need more people rolling up. They even called it peak, homies. They even said this shit was peak on the Discord. And we ain't even making it to there yet, alright? That's exactly where we're going with this. That's how this is gonna go. This is gonna be one of them streams, bro. This is gonna be one of them goated streams that everyone in the server talks about later on. I'm calling it now. Yo, what's up, Luca, Jacob? Luca, I am. Oh, what's up? Nothing important here. How's it going, homie? Yo, he's a channel member. Or no, he's not a channel member. He's a channel homie, bro. Dude, I was just working on a crossover with him. You guys are gonna fucking love. It's gonna be on his channel, so get hyped for that bad boy. It's coming. It's coming, homies. Yo, so let's catch everybody up on the drama, okay? Yo, somebody asked, what are we watching? Okay, let's catch up on some drama for those who don't know, alright? So you can always check out the glorious Comic Curator arc I actually have. It's a full playlist actually on my channel of the drama between me and him firing shots at one another. And you can be the judge of whoever you think is right. I ain't got nothing to hide, okay? Just go watch that shit. But basically, Comic Curator, the dude we're talking about today is this dude who has like a weird obsession with Grant Morrison and Cosmic Armor Superman. He doesn't believe anything can really exist like outside of that perspective. So whenever I look at things, I basically start looking, or whenever I start talking to people and stuff, I've come to find out that certain people just have certain lenses that they look at things through. And it's okay to look at things with certain lenses, but when you paint everything with one lens, without strong evidence, that's when you start to get like really biased, and that's kind of like the routine for this guy. So, if you want to go watch his content, feel free. I wouldn't recommend it. I consider it damaging to the community as a whole. Which is why I'll only react to this content with intent to debunk it or to engage with it in a critical manner. Because he covers DC content for the most part, and I want to say the rest of his DC scaling isn't that bad, but I can't say that because all he does is cover like Mandra, Cass, Grant Morrison, and then things that do with them in tertiary manners. So, like, I've never really seen him actually do content on other figures that was, like, viable. So, it's kind of unfortunate for him, but, like, it is what it is. Hopefully today, it's the opposite. Hopefully we get something solid today. Yo, I'm glad you don't know who Comic Curator is, and I'm probably doing the community a disservice by letting you witness some of his content, because it's pretty ass. Yo, to give you an idea, this guy thinks that nothing in DC outscales Cosmic Armor Superman, even with the upgrades inside of all of DC past like the Grant Morrison shit. He thinks that like everything inside of everything, including Perpetua, the 2018 run, everything to do with that is just a dream, a hallucination made up by like Darkseid for everyone. Yeah, he's a Korra goon. Yo, nothing important here slammed it right there. He's a fucking Korra goon. Like, and don't get me wrong, Korra sometimes could be a really unique place for information, but oh my god, dude, you can also just find it's just like a huge circle jerk, okay? Yo, Korra is just a huge circle jerk, okay? And you wanna know what's crazy? This guy, I'm pretty sure he got chased off of Korra for being too circle jerk friendly, because that's the kind of the communities that he builds, is people who only believe in like the Castianity, as he would call it, not me. He literally calls it Castianity as a meme, okay? Because he believes in Cast that much. Cosmic Armor Superman. It's like low-key wild, boys. Maybe he's the hallucination. God tier. Yo, so true. So true. Yo, I got 15 people in here. I would guess that at least 7 of them are hate watchers. Yo, legit, I swear, dude, I get more hate watchers whenever I cover this shit than anything else, I swear to God, man. Yo, what's up, man? He actually has a super chat he dropped, and yo, homies, for everyone involved, if you at any point in time drop a super chat, I'm a busy fucking guy, but I'll always have time to answer his super chat. Anything else is not guaranteed to be read. If you're a Theromax Corps member, guess what? I'm definitely talking about your shit because you support me and you're a homie. You want to become a member? Check out the channel, bro. Memberships are lit. Or even if you just want to do a Cash App donation, which gets 100% of the earnings to me, let me know that you did. I'll check that bad boy, and I mean, I'll read everything directly off of directly on screen as you want it. So, that being said, we have Chronoa Dragon Ball Heroes versus The Watcher Marvel Comics. I'm gonna be real with you, homie. I'm gonna be real with you. Dragon Ball, even at its highest ends, I've seen arguments for like hyperversal. And guess what, homies? Guess what? That ain't shit compared to characters inside of Marvel, alright? Uatu the Watcher is pretty god tier. He's got some pretty wild feats. And the characters he's slinging around with have casual outer scaling. So I would not in a million years say that characters from Dragon Ball, even the Heroes reality, are going to be keeping up with like god level figures from like Marvel. But hey, I'm not the biggest Marvel guy in the multiverse. Feel free to hit up like Jobbers and Goons, for example. I know he covers Marvel specifically, and there's a ton of other cool Marvel scalers out there. I'm sure you could go hit up if you want like a 100% solid opinion on each individual character scaling whenever it comes to that. However, whenever it comes to the Dragon Ball Heroes side of things, I'll admit I'm nowhere near as skilled whenever it comes to the Dragon Ball, or not skilled, but informed whenever it comes to the Dragon Ball side of things. So go find somebody who does Dragon Ball scaling well. It's not Drip Sauce. That man is a fucking idiot. So don't go to him. He's just a blatant liar. If you disagree with him, he just calls you the N-word. Because that's what cool people do, apparently, on the internet. Let's see here. Yo, we chilling with quite the crowd. We chilling with quite the crowd. Okay? You know what? Let's start. I asked before, I'm going to ask again. What do you guys expect out of this video? Because I'm curious. I don't know what to expect because both of these guys, like, fucking hate me. Curator told me in chat one time he'd never discuss anything DC with me because he was basically scared of my scaling whenever it comes to DC. So that's kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sauce is just a fucking piece of shit and crazy as hell. So, I mean, he could go do him over there if he wants. I give no fucks about that guy, but he doesn't like me either. But he needs to learn how to read before he can actually engage with me in any meaningful capacity. Because the man can't even understand the difference between named Earths and named dimensions. But then again, most high schoolers can. So it doesn't surprise me he doesn't have that level of, like, reading level. Yo, I'm seeing. I expect some more shit. Well, I don't know, man. Sometimes curator surprises, okay? And if anything, I'll say one thing. Look, I hate giving these people credit because they won't give me credit for shit, okay? These guys will literally not give me credit for absolutely shit. But I'll give them credit where credit is due, okay? This dude can edit, all right? He has some funny as fuck edits too. But like that's all he's got going for him, that's for sure. Horseshit in terms of arguments, but I imagine the video itself will look probably pretty sexy. Yo, what's up, Waz AMVs? Welcome to the party, bro. Yo, are we ready? Do we start? We're still rolling over the 15 volume, bros. Do we start? Do we start this bad boy? W's in chat if we start. If I get more than 5, we're making it happen. Yo, we'll be done with the prelude. I'm gonna get this water, and if y'all ain't hit me with them by then, oh man, I'm gonna have to procrastinate even more. That's a good, severely accurate description of Sauce. Yo, why are Theromax Corps members the best? Okay, and we back, homies. Woo! Let's see here. Yo, keep talking. What's up, homie? There's another Theromax Corps member joining the party. Welcome on in, homie. He's a big supporter of mine. What a fucking pro. Okay, let's see here. Yo, I only got 2 W's from that? Yo, Luka Lakeup says Lego. Okay, I'll consider that a W. I was interested in what comic book is my favorite. I'll answer that if it's Dono, my friend, but I'm only doing super chats for the time being. But regardless of you trolls in the comment section not hitting me up with the W's, fuck it, we're going in. We're going. I don't want to procrastinate this any longer because Yo, I've got a limited time frame today. I only have 3 hours, and I swear to God, this could be an 8-9 minute video, and I could probably be there for like 800 years, okay? Oh, and we now getting the W's. Let's go. Okay, server. Yo, this man's trying to get in. We'll come to that down the way, okay? All right, now, that being said, let's make it happen, boys. Let's see what good old Comic Curator's got for us in the hopefully cooking department. But you never know. You never know. I'm just hoping that we're a 5-star restaurant. We're not McDonald's this time around.
Whoa, okay, there's been a bit of an argument between two other content creators at the moment, Drip Sauce and Lumos, and on this topic, it seems like some believe that DC Comics is limited in spatial dimensions, which then rates the cosmology lower than some other
Yo, wait a minute. Yo, I think this is the argument he handed him. Oh my god. Yo, if he flips on that, that'll be so fucking
spatial
hilarious.
dimensions, which then rates the cosmology lower than some other franchises in terms of scope and power.
Some other
While
franchise.
the
You didn't
opposing
mention
side
Dragon Ball there.
insists it's unlimited, proving a boundless scale for the DC
MJ
cosmology.
approves.
So I'd like to
Yo, did he just admit infinite dimensions? God tier. God tier. I mean, I hope we can fucking find out. He may genuinely not, but who knows? Let's keep on
toss
rolling,
a lot of
homies.
nerd stuff at you for a second
No, he's
and
about to hit us with
confuse
nerd
the
stuff.
hell
Oh,
out of
hold
both
up.
communities.
Yo, we got another super chat coming in from my man. He asks, how powerful is Wonder Woman in Rebirth? But then asks currently. Well, Wonder Woman, I mean, the current iteration of Wonder Woman isn't Rebirth. If you're asking just the modern iteration of Wonder Woman, she's pretty damn powerful, just like the rest of the Justice League members. They all fight Godsphere characters who all have like high outer to extra scaling, depending on which one. Golden Wonder Woman was like on a whole fucking different level. So if you want, I have an entire video for that. So if you have any questions on how powerful she specifically was, you do you. In the 2016 Justice League run, Wonder Woman was right next to Superman whenever he punched World Forger and blew up his entire multiverse. So, like, she's got some fucking she literally has everything at least source wall and below, or at least below source wall tier in terms of just durability. She tanked exploding in front of her face just like the rest of the league, and she's was capable of like fucking up Apex Lex and reacting to him as well as moving him and harming him. So like Wonder Woman in the modern day is low-key crazy. Like, I'm not gonna deny it. She's on something, man. But let's continue. I'm glad I could answer that, man. Keep the questions coming, okay?
Because I've studied this stuff for years and years, and oh
God.
Jesus.
Yo, one thing I don't like about Comic Curator is, dude, this man is like a fucking victim machine, bro. He's always trying to make himself out to be a victim. It's, oh, I've been doing this for so long. I'm the only one who understands. That's something that like really triggers me whenever it comes to his content. It's just like, bro, look, we all been doing this for a long ass time. You were a weeb on Quora. We were all weebs on the internet. Like, don't act like you're special, okay? Chill.
I just realized how old I am.
Oh
Anyway,
my God, I'm so old.
let's debunk
I'm
this
probably older
first.
than you are.
Grant talks about brain theory being the basis for the Final Crisis series, and
okay, so yo, M theory with brain multiverses. This is like easy at least hyperscaling here.
to the Multiversity, which was released in 2014.
Easy
Grant
hyper
mentions
just using that term with
recursive
real world
isomorphic
sciences.
scales.
Okay,
which,
recursive
if you
isomorphic scales. Yo, you could literally have infinite dimensions based on those. That's not
just
even too crazy.
2 seconds and
Spatial.
copy and paste this to a Google search,
To a Google
you'll
search.
find the meaning. You'll find copious amounts of data that literally only me and
there's an
nobody
infinite
else
one of
in
those.
the entire DC Comics scaling community.
Only me. Only I could ever know this stuff. Oh, I'm so smart, dude. No one in the community knows this but me. I'm so smart.
Has ever read before. I'm kidding. There has to be somebody else out there.
Yeah,
Anyone,
welcome.
please
Yeah,
God
look,
help
you're
me.
not the only fucking guy who understands physics as well as geometries and in terms from those things, okay? Chill. You're not like the Jesus of power scaling, all right? Take a seat down.
Anybody at all. Isomorphism scaling is literally what we do in the comics scaling community, a discussion about the intensity factor of the
Yeah, I'm just pointing out here that it's literally the Void referenced by Alan Adam there. That was just kind of ironic to me, I'm not gonna lie.
comic scaling community, a discussion about the intensity factor of the number of x in a set of natural numbers.
We're already bringing up Perpetua. I'm waiting for the arguments to go down the toilet, but it looks like we're going somewhere. It looks like we might be cooking somewhat. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, is he blatantly coming out and saying that I was right? Bro, this is crazy. I never in a million years would have expected him to come out and be like, yeah, Lumos is right on this, guys. Like, low-key kind of crazy, boys. Low-key kind of crazy.
Infinite. This recursive isomorphic scale is a reference to two different sets of natural opposing numbers and what contains them, which in this case is bleed or bulk space. There are infinite natural numbers. Yep. Totally infinite, with the infinite fractionalized potentials of them too, which in this case is what 2D manifolds are and 2D space groupings, and that can be a reference to that as well, which is another thing that Grant mentioned elsewhere. The multiversity map is a front-facing view of the hologram universe diagram.
Okay, this is fan-made bullshit, but what I will tell you is that yo, what the fuck is this? Is the most dog shit map I've ever seen. What the hell? What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, this is curious. Okay, this is curious. Okay, yo, custom work here is kind of funny, but he's not wrong whenever it comes to like the concept of the map of the multiverse. The concept of the map of the multiverse doesn't directly identify like spatial dimensions. That's why like snowflake, like whenever you see like the snowflake show up and stuff, like they're saying this is the real shape of reality. Reality of them is just things that are matter. Whereas like Mr. Mixelpidalic stated, they're the material stuff, right? And material stuff goes all the way up through infinite dimensions. But curious.
Which is what Grant said this is based on. The map is not a flat disk, it's just a 2D frontal view of a cone.
Okay, yeah, he literally brings up the cone and the snowflake over here. Very true.
That we are looking into. The interior is the furthest away from us, like we're looking into a cup, into the bottom of a cup, being the furthest away from us when we hold it up to your face. Brain cosmology is based on Dirichlet's theorem, which is based on vector spaces, which themselves have infinite spatial dimensions. Okay, so that's the debunk for drip sauce, my man.
Okay, hold on. Yo, let's stop. I gotta stop, boys. Yo, I'm laughing too much. Yo, welcome to the stream if y'all just now joining, homies. Yo, I've gotta stop for a minute. So, that's the debunk for drip. Infinite spatial dimensions in the bleed. That's literally it by argument. One, like, for sure. The bleed has as many spatial dimensions as you could put in there. That's just how it goes, okay? Each world containing them. Okay? So, now he's gonna debunk me. I'm kind of curious to see how he debunks me when that's like my point. Oh my god, yo, we're 2 minutes, we're barely 3 minutes in this out of 9 minutes, which means this man's gonna spend 3 minutes debunking drip, basically using, I mean, to be fair, I guess I haven't used a lot of the real meme arguments because I've just done it in passing. I haven't made like a full-on video, which is coming down the way. But that being said, how in the hell, how do you debunk me from here when we agree? Let's find out.
I'm so sorry, but DC by itself does have infinite geometry and infinite spatial dimensions, not just 6. But let's now debunk Lumos on this too, because he was also wrong on some of these comments that he made. Lumos has consistently insisted that Perpetua is real and that the great
Yo, the argument is there infinite dimensions in DC? There's infinite dimensions in DC, but yo, he's wrong about Perpetua existing as a character. Yo, is the rest of this video just gonna be his video on... This was his excuse to make the same video twice. This man literally has this same video on his channel. About how, yo, lore time, homies. Yo, let's do some lore time with Lumos, okay? This man, I think I mentioned this earlier. Yo, did I precog this or what? I'm pretty sure I precogged this. I said this guy was a guy who was, like, hallucinated. He believes that, like, Darkseid created Perpetua and everything to do in the 2018 run. This guy is lost, okay? This man is in another, like... He's living in a separate timeline where he wants to keep everything only Grant Morrison alive. Dude, he had the most milquetoast take. Yeah, DC's infinite dimensions, so Drip's an idiot. Everyone agrees with that. Everyone laughs at him for being, like, completely unaware of how to engage with anything critically. I mean, the guy can't read, right? So that's not surprising. But, like, I expect more from you. Like, okay, as a guy who just did his first what if on the channel, I love me some what ifs, boys. I love me some what ifs, but I don't say those what ifs are real life. This man thinks those what ifs are real life. Who in the fuck thinks that Perpetua is a dream that or a hallucination, a made up fantasy land by Darkseid? Darkseid, who was shitting himself at the thought of Perpetua showing up and said, bro, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It was like time runs out from Marvel. They basically just told him, hey, Darkseid was like, I don't want to lose, and there's no winning here. So I'm gonna create a lifeboat to get the fuck out of here. And he lost still. He became Perpetua's minion, and was not strong enough to stop the Bat Who Laughs once he became Batman Hatton, or the Darkest Knight. He was just cooked by them, and had to sit in the Forge of Worlds with Wonder Woman, and told her, like, bro, shit sucks, everyone's dead, nothing's gonna work, nothing's happening. You're just gonna die with the rest of us now. And Wonder Woman was like, nah, we ain't doing that. And Darkseid was like, whoa, you could actually fight back? I'm too much of a fucking loser to fight back. I can't even do that. So, like, imagine thinking that. Imagine saying that was all a coked up dream, but we see, after the events of Dark Crisis, Wonder Woman come back from the Overvoid, from the hands, and the Quintessence say, yo, the hands just ascended you and turned you into a god beyond us. What do you mean? Like, you can't even say it was retcon. It's literally in the next series. Yo, Superman in one of the newest comics. Let me see if I can find this. He he brings up the sixth dimension in one of the new comics. You can't even say that that's not the case. Bro, curator, homie to homie. Bro, stop it. Dude, the rakes that you keep slapping yourself on, it hurts. You remind me of, like, that Tom and Jerry skit where you just keep running back and forth in between two rakes, and then afterwards you say, yeah, man, I won the fight with those rakes. Bro, you didn't win the fight. You're hurting yourself, and everybody can see it.
Great darkness was real, and that the sixth dimension was real. But my bro,
yo, they mentioned the sixth dimension in the newest comic. The Great Darkness is real. They see it in Deadly Green.
Here hasn't read Justice League versus the Legion of Superheroes.
Oh god, I did a whole video on this. Yo, that's another meme, bro. Yo, this is another meme. Yo, speaking of not being able to read correctly, maybe the drip stuff spread to Curator over here, okay? Because this is, like, comedy gold. This man takes two pages from Legion of Superheroes versus the Justice League, where Vandal Savage gets a ring that harnesses the powers of the Great Darkness, and he doesn't know anything about the Great Darkness, so he's like, he starts attacking the entire time stream. The Justice League and the Legion of Superheroes trap him inside a mind hacks. And while mind hacks, he believes he blew up all of existence, and he's like, bro, nothing's left. It was only ever me. I rewrote everything so I could be victorious, Batman. And then in the next panel, they literally say, oh yeah, you were in Mind Hacks. And Vandal Savage is like, fuck, I know. And they're like, yeah, the Great Darkness still be out there in Wyland. And you just had a ring of Great Darkness. Oh, what do you mean I haven't read that? I read that and I had it on the channel before you discovered it and misinterpreted it or misread it. So, that's not the W you think it is, kiddo. Nice try.
Where Vandal Savage explained...
You're talking about how old you were and how you've been doing this for a long time. This is not demonstrative of that. This is like... Yo, this is the shit you get whenever you look up comics and Google searches rather than actually reading them and engaging with them. Or just watching other YouTubers, bro. This gives me cancer, bro. This literally gives me cancer.
That the Great Darkness was just a construct of the gold...
Yo! The Great Darkness never happened. The next panel, they're like, lol, you're an idiot. Go read it though. I think it's like issue 4, issue 5. It's super fucking
Lantern
hilarious.
Ring, and that the Great Darkness never happened.
Yo,
so,
he even shows the next scene of them fighting after him saying it. They're talking about the source of the Great Darkness in this specific instance of him weaponizing it.
At the end of Death Metal 7, the hands refer to the new coming threat that is beyond everything we've just witnessed in the Metal series. So fast forward to Incarnate number 4, and we get an exposition of the Great Darkness origin by Dr. Multiverse, who says she has cosmic insight gifted to her by...
Yo, he just did it! Oh my god, boys! He just did the fucking dumbass drip shots shit. He just said, yo, she is a character who is given information by the multiverse itself. So she's making knowledge claims. Bro, he just knowledge claimed a person who literally has the powers and knowledge of the multiverse. God tier fucking take, bro. That's fucking insane.
By the crack that is linked to the Great Darkness that is inside of her. She even goes as far as speculating.
Nobody says that there's a crack of Great Darkness inside of her. It's a crack in the Omniverse, aka the multiverse at this point in time, out into the Great Darkness. You can now go there. Like, that's what they were saying.
About all of this, with her hands up in the air, like she has no idea what the real answer is, but for some reason...
Yo, he just said she has cosmic awareness, but she doesn't know. Fucking think about that. Think about that.
Comic scalers ignored that social cue and just decided to listen anyway. So, if this crack of...
Yo, a person with the knowledge of the multiverse gives up a cue where she puts her hands up, and because she puts her hands up, you think that's enough to devalue her statements of being powered by the multiverse throughout all of history? What kind of... Yo, that really is a dumb take, man. Come on, I expect more out of my fucking rogues gallery. How am I supposed to look like a fucking legitimate character in the superhero community if these are my fucking rogues? I don't want to look like some fucking D-tier character. I don't want my rogues villains to be D-tier losers. You have to have better arguments than this. I think she's wrong because look at her body language. Even though this comes from her after she explains the entire multiverse's history in Justice League Incarnate number 4. Was she just guessing all of those things right? She was a random fucking astronaut who got hit by the multiverse's cosmic energies, which turned her into Dr. Multiverse. Do you think she just knew all of that information or just so happened to get it correct? Come on, bro. Holy shit.
Insight into the cosmic truth is based entirely on Vandal Savage's gold lantern ring and not any actual Great Darkness. Then the entire Great Darkness...
Hold on, she was never empowered by the Great Darkness. She's literally empowered by a facet of the light. Yeah, I mean, you can call the light whoever you want. But, like, she's not powered by the Great Darkness. She's literally powered by the opposite of the Great Darkness. Imagine saying a character is powered by the Great Darkness when unironically they're powered by the multiverse, the foundational opposite of the Great Darkness. The Great Darkness literally being the concept of nothingness, and the concept of the multiverse and anything that comes from the light being the concept of something. W take.
This exposition is fraudulent and not real.
God. And this
we can't...
It's fraudulent and not real, even though, keep in mind, her description of what happened there came after the shit inside Justice League versus the Legion of Doom. So it would still be better information. And why would you trust Vandal Savage with cosmic knowledge on the scale that you would somebody who's literally in tune with the cosmos itself. It doesn't make any sense. That literally makes no sense. Also, homies, everybody chilling. Don't forget this is a super chat stream. If you guys have a question or you have something you want me to add, drop a super chat and I'll make that shit happen in no time, okay? And I'm going hard on this one. I came in here with the kid gloves. I really did. I came in here with the kid gloves and I was like, yo, maybe he's not a potato. He even agreed with me. We got infinite dimension statements from him. Like, that's kind of cool. But like, then he does this dumb shit. It's funny because this entire video is supposed to be on, is there infinite dimensions or not? He went from, yeah, there's infinite dimensions. But yo, I'm going to redo the last video I did and just basically rehash all the same arguments to shit on Lumos when that's not even the topic at hand and it makes him look stupid. Like, stupid. Like, that hurts. Like, that really, really hurts, homies. I'm not going to lie. I've never been so upset and simultaneously let down. Like, it's impressive. All right. I tell you what, I got like 800 people chilling in chat. I'm gonna drop something for y'all chilling down low. Join the crew, homies, but we're gonna continue on this. Also, Curator, if you need better scans, homie, I'll hook you up.
Use the Great Darkness to scale anything because it's not a real thing and was a false projection from a gold lantern ring that...
You can't... It wasn't a gold lantern... You didn't even read the fucking story! His ring was not a gold lantern ring! It was a Great Darkness ring! Other people have Great Darkness powers, too! Like, you ever hear Preala? You ever heard of, like, Necron? I mean, dude, all these people have Great Darkness hacks. Like, it doesn't make any sense. There's no fucking way. Yo. Low. It just doesn't make any sense to me, bro. It kills me.
Vandal Savage
so
was using. Next, the sixth dimension can't be used to scale anything because it's also not real and was a fabrication.
Yo, the sixth dimension was a fabrication of Darkseid. Darkseid, who doesn't even scale to Mr. Mxyzptlk. Mr. Mxyzptlk would fucking look at Darkseid and phase him out of existence unless he was amped by Earth Omega. That would be the only time that shit is happening, okay? That's it. Have Great Dark. Like, that's just how it's going, man. I don't understand. I don't understand how you could say it's a made-up construct, it's imaginary, when they go there. The World Forger creates a multiverse there. How is that made up? It's not a hallucination. These characters actually went there. That's a structure inside of DC that even had Grant Morrison's approval. I mean, he still helps with the cosmology of DC. It's so fucking silly, bro. These arguments are such dog shit.
Can't be used to scale anything because it's also not real and was a fabrication made by the hyperadapter.
Yo, it was a fabrication
because it's also not real and was a
Okay. Nothing. Yo, this is another classic thing. Yo, this is such a funny god tier. This is such a funny god tier comic curator moment. He's like, yo, the sixth dimension and everything to do in the 2018 realm was just a fabrication of Darkseid. It was made up. None of it ever really happened. Provides a scan. What's his scan say? Nothing. I'll read it, so y'all don't think I'm being dishonest. You are an interloper, Lantern. Only your 3 companions matter. Their fates have been prepared by the hyper-time planning of the other box. Cyborg, the technological transmuter. Starfire, the fire of creation. Azrael, the voice that binds. And the other box that reached back through hyper-time to establish your myths across the worlds of the Ghost Sector. It laid the foundations of your godhood. Why? Okay, none of that says that Darkseid made up the 6th dimension. And even within that context, Hypertime was fucking exploding, okay? It was literally on fire as the flashes ran through it, as both time, the Speed Force, and everything was falling apart due to the fight between Perpetua and the Darkest Night, or even just Perpetua existing, because her existing in creation blew up entire chunks of the cosmology, like the gods, major facets of the god sphere, such as the new gods and shit, which is why Darkseid's hiding like a fucking loser out in the ghost sector somewhere he hopes that she can't see him, with prep time, because that's the best he has, okay? And he still fucking loses.
Fabrication made by the hyperadapter used by Darkseid. Why? Because the author said this series is brand new and
Yo, Luca Lakub says Dark Crisis Darkseid might be above Mixie. Also, he's literally stated to be the Darkness's hand. That's why I said unless he's Darkness amped. I specified that earlier, Luca, if you're listening.
not tied to anything else.
Rock says, how is that cancer? Yo, it's getting pretty cancerous, I ain't gonna lie. It's pretty cancerous.
More than a few times.
But with 6, I mean, the things that happen at the end are pretty bold, you know, and definitely rewrite a lot of,
and this is another
a lot of sort of...
He said, he's taking this shit so out of context. He says that at the end of Death Metal issue 7, we start rewriting things, okay? They literally rewrite the multiverse back to before the Darkest Night and Perpetua fucked everything up. And they're rewriting the entire cosmology. Things get so much larger after this moment in time. But he's trying to say that that was all just made up. That those events didn't happen. No, they did happen. Everybody remembers them. You see Perpetua in panels directly after that when they're mentioning beings from beyond the source wall, even in cosmologies past that. So saying that's made up is kind of made up unto itself.
Mythology of the DCU, and...
Bruh. Also, the wording and...
Oh my god, yo. When I said his editing was good,
Mythology
it's true.
Of the DCU,
but like, look at this. He has to throw these on here to make himself sound cool. And flip them through here as fast as he can, okay? Because if you actually pause and read this shit, his scans never say anything he actually says they do. So here, this is used as a dunk for me, okay? He's trying to say, yo, I fucking dunked on Lumos here, check it out. Okay, I can respect someone who values a simple concept like survival over an ethical stand. Your punishment, yes, my lord, is to serve me now, to help me set and activate the revision mechanism, and recompose the universal history according to my instructions. Your punishment, Arla, is my forgiveness. Okay, he's implying that Darkseid here resets creation. Darkseid does not reset creation. We find out at the end of Dark Knight's Death Metal, issue number 7, that we verbatim have them say the hands reconstructed everything. It was not Darkseid. So, lie 1. Oh, the other box reached back through hypertime to establish your myths across the worlds of the Ghost Sector. It laid the foundations of your godhood. The godhood that they're laying the foundations for are things within the past, in the current history before Perpetua and the Darkest Night destroy everything, because this all takes place in the events of Justice League Odyssey. You're being insanely dishonest by saying he's rebooting the entire multiverse the way it was after these events. You can't even put the timeline together. And hey, DC gets kind of confused. DC gets kind of confusing whenever you're talking, like, some of its continuity and stuff. But, like, you're supposed to be an expert. You've been doing this forever, right? How do you suck this much if you've been doing this forever? Because it hurts me you make me look bad because you're in my community. I hate to even mention the other loser's name, but like, both of these goons literally make me look bad because these are the guys who paint what the scaling community looks like. This is why people leave the community, because people have these dog shit arguments you have to read 8 billion comic books for to engage with in a, like, large setting. And it's just kind of sad, because you use misinformation and disinformation to throw people off simply because of your level of knowledge. If I wanted to do shit like this, I could. I'm just not a liar. I'm not trying to give you a narrative that's wrong. My opinions will change over time because my opinions change based on the information we get. This is a prime example of trying to keep a dead joke alive for 10 years. Because guess what? Final Crisis ended. Grant Morrison's major contributions to DC have ended. We moved past those. We've expanded past those. Just like Scott Snyder said in the interview you so casually fucking clipped just a tiny bit of to make your own point, because that's what he's really good at doing, is clipping an image to make his point, but not showing the panel or giving context to the entire story that's genuine or real or anywhere in the realm of fucking reality. It's just
Also,
sad.
the wording and phrasing that Scott used just happens to be identical to the talks that Darkseid had in Justice League Odyssey.
It's the same.
Okay. They're both talking about a reboot. That doesn't mean it's the same thing. Yo, if I'm talking about fish and you're talking about fish, but I'm talking about King Shark, the DC character, and you're talking about eating fish in the real world, we're not talking about the same fucking thing, okay? Reboots, he's talking about the reboot at the end of Dark Crisis. Darkseid had plans to try and survive Dark Crisis. Or not Dark Crisis, Death Metal. He doesn't, he sucks. We find him at the end of Death Metal, cucked out in the Dark Multiverse, hiding in the Forge of Worlds, one of the last places to be destroyed in all of existence. So to say that they're both referring to the same thing shows your inability to actually engage with anything here.
Same shit. The same shit.
About using creation mythology to revise the entire history.
It was history for these three dipshits in the Dark Scepter. Cyborg, Starfire, and Azrael. This wasn't the whole multiverse. He even specifies the people he's doing it to. He never once does this to the whole multiverse. Otherwise, you would have seen that. It would have been important in Death Metal.
Of the DC multiverse. So Scott says the identically same line that Darkseid uses, making a new creation mythology for the DCU.
It's not even the same thing. Actually, I take it back. I can't even say it was the same thing. He's not even saying that, bro. He just altered parts of the ghost sector, like worlds in the ghost sector, to basically make them into new gods. He didn't do that for the multiverse. This dude is coping.
We can use our brains here and understand what this means. More so, we've just found that Scott directly debunked you already on this 6 years ago, on the Metal series being something that oversights the entire canon collections of the meta of DCU. That is...
I've never heard someone shoot themselves in the foot so fucking hard. They say that after Death Metal, everything is canon. And the multiverse is bigger than it's ever been. That doesn't mean Darkseid did it. You have to have evidence Darkseid did it. Your evidence is dog shit. Scott didn't even agree with you. You just took him out of context. Bro, this isn't even trying. This might work on idiots on Korra who don't know what the fuck's going on, but this is the Theromax Corps, homies. This is the Theromax Corps, bro. We don't do this stupid shit. We don't fall for these silly-ass tricks. Be it you or the other idiot that was referenced in this video, man.
false.
This is something that plays in conjunction with Grant's Multiversity. It actually uses the map from Multiversity, you'll see in the story. I mean, so it's trying to sort of just give new lanes to drive in within the existing cosmology and not...
The Metal series is not on top. It really doesn't do that. It's another hyper time lane
It's all of Metal's just hyper time? Then why during that did everything blow up? Oh, I gotta listen to this Grant Morrison interview again, because this is a Grant Morrison interview. This is probably something
meta
viable here.
of DC.
And I agree, they do use the multiversity map.
That is false.
This is something that plays in conjunction with Grant's Multiversity. It actually uses the map from Multiversity, you'll see in the story.
True.
I mean, so it's trying to sort of just give new lanes to drive in within the existing cosmology and not...
The Metal series...
Hold on. The Metal series didn't... The Metal series, not Death Metal, the Metal series added the Dark Multiverse, and that's within the existing cosmology the way they explained it, because it's on the flip side of the map. Just giving more lanes to drive in. Like, there was a separate lane underneath the map. Damn, bro. You really... Is there no amount of genuine interaction you can have with these people? It's so it's so dishonest it hurts, bro. This is what sucks about the DC community. These are the people that are quote unquote competitors. They're all just dishonest fuckos. It's like sad. Let's read this shit. The DCU is now an omniverse of multiple multiverses, and this new Alpha Earth Elseworld is the center of the multiverse. Is that okay? So this is post Death Metal specifically, and Elseworld is the center of the multiverse. Is that correct? Is that just it? As it the center of a multiverse? Can you tell the readers more about it? Would it be a safe assumption that Alpha Earth's opposite is an Omega Earth? I don't want to spoil anything, says Snyder, but I would say that that is a very good guess. All I'll tell you is that the series that Joshua Williamson is building is an Infinite Frontier, which itself begins in March with Zero Issue We're All Doing Together, showcases a bunch of new storylines, new creative teams that are beginning right after Future State starts, giving readers those building blocks that will create an architecture that goes straight to Elseworld and will explain the importance of that danger as well. It's one big story. I'm starting to take a bit of a backseat for a while. I have two big projects in DC I'm doing for 2021, but at least for months, I'm going to let Joshua Williams, Tinian, and many other great creators from Ram to Jones, Tom Taylor, so many people I love and have faith in to bring DCU. Nothing here, maybe I missed it. Nothing here, he didn't say anything that made sense here.
There's new lanes to drive in within the existing cosmology and not...
The Metal series is not on top. It really doesn't do that. It's another hypertime lane referenced on Grant's final...
Everything is a hypertime lane.
Crisis and Multiversity map, which is what I've been trying to tell you for literal years and years.
Yeah, like, that's not... What you just said was fucking pointless, okay? Everything ever is in hypertime. You could go in hypertime and find the universe you're in because everything exists in hypertime. It's a pan-dimensional story box containing every story that ever existed was destroyed wherever. Look, you can go in hypertime and find all the stories from the original multiverse that existed. That's how fucked up hypertime is as a concept. I'm not denying that. But to say that it's just a lane in there when there's a difference between real worlds, which keep in mind, even if you look at that multiversal fucking map, you idiot, look, Earth Zero's right there. The worlds that are Earth Zero are not in, they're not like exclusively in hypertime. The story of Earth Zero is in hypertime, but Earth Zero is a physical place. It's a physical place on the map of the multiverse containing infinite dimensions that are physical in nature. It's not just a story that exists inside that box. You'd know that if you didn't try to be so dishonest.
And Multiversity map, which is what I've been trying to tell you for literal years and years and years. Metal is another canon of the DCU, and it's one of the lanes of hypertime.
This didn't even say Metal was a separate canon. They say after Death Metal ends, there's a new canon. That's like the comp one. Dude, can you not read?
Is another canon of the DCU, and it's one of the lanes of hypertime that Grant mentioned on the map,
God,
which resides outside of the DCU entirely.
True, and in that era, outside the DCU entirely was fucking limbo, okay? So you're gonna tell me that you think it's like Monitor Sphere? Guess what? Still within the source wall. Get shit on.
Is one inside, and there is one outside. Grant's is outside.
No evidence for that.
Why can't we use anything inside of a hypertime lane on the 2014 map to reference...
Yo, everything in Grant Morrison's multiverse is also in hypertime. It's in hypertime right now. Does he think Infinite Frontier is Grant Morrison's cosmology? Because if so, that would just reference... They reference everything inside Infinite Frontier, or everything inside Death Metal inside Infinite Frontier. It's a continuation of that story. Even if you think that which technically it was destroyed, and everything that's destroyed is in hypertime, so after it was destroyed, it is a hypertime lane, but it was literally Earth Zero's story. They destroy Earth Zero at the very end of the series. Like, dude, this is the most weak arguments I've seen since I watched the Superman debunk in the Goku versus Superman video. Bro, this is bad, dude.
It's DC scaling overall. Because the entire 2014 Multiversity series is a dream of Nix Wotan and all the other hypertime lanes in...
Wait, there's more. It's the former Monitor, Nick Swotan, waking up as if he's just dreamed the entire comic, which he probably did. I wanted to treat the room as I did the Monitor world, with all the elements of the entire world wrapped up in this little space. We end with the reader POV shot. Oh god, where am I? Hey, good comic there, Grant. You too. Okay, so you think everything in final... You think everything, including the map of the multiverse? Everything that Grant worked on past Final Crisis is dreamed up by Nick Swotan, so none of it's viable. Yo, god tier take. I've never seen somebody shit on Grant Morrison so hard. Yo, that's fucking crazy, man.
In it are literal fabrications of the Super
crazy.
Judge that
Probably
the Overvoid
anyway.
made to keep all stories of the DCU safe. In fact,
All stories,
DC comes
all stories except for the ones that are in hyper time, which are beyond them. Yo, how are you gonna devalue the Super Judge like that? Yo, that's a Grant Morrison creation, bro, and he's like fucking, he's literally OD in that era. What the
comes
fuck?
out and says Final Crisis was meant to contain all of the other stories more than once, and that the original
It
flaw
is.
contained every future arc of the DCU, even ones that aren't written yet.
Bruh.
Metal being a
Yeah.
hyper time
And it continues that story. Like, if you don't have the intellectual capacity to engage with the fact that as an era ends in DC, the next era begins. It's a continuation of the story. Flashpoint altered the DC multiverse, but it didn't 100% zero, like back to fucking zero the multiverse. That's just not how it worked. It's a continuation of the story, and each one of those stories reference each one of those past stories, and they all use the map since this specific story. So if you're saying that everything inside of everything post Final Crisis is just a hyper time lane, then I guess all of the everything we've gotten from Grant Morrison that's actually fucking quality content has just been bullshit. No, Naruto's not out reversal. Whoever said that, you are fucking insane.
lane on the map means Metal and Dark Crisis is a drug-induced trip of Nick Swotan from Final
Yo, and keep in mind, this guy still interacts with the real world. He flies around the multiverse that's on that map. Do you think that whole map is a hyper time lane? What the fuck?
Final Crisis, dreaming events like his alter ego in the comic series that he dreams of being imprisoned by a
Hold on, you can't do that. You're so dishonest. You can't say that this is his alter ego when we could follow his story through all of everything to here. He wakes up having dreamt that, and he becomes the Super Judge after that. That's like his job now. You can't say this is his alter ego with no proof.
Batman Who Laughs. He dreams of a cosmic mother, a mother he lost during Final Crisis.
No evidence.
And when
Hold
a
on,
joke
like, we're just storytelling. Bro, this is some crazy ass storytelling. You should write a book. Cause this shit is crazy ass storytelling. So if you were actually good at what you did, look at my videos, okay? People shit on me all the time because they're like, oh my god, Lumos doesn't give enough proof. Well, that's a bunch of shit, because my videos always have the proof for what the fuck I'm saying right on panel, okay? To the point where I often get criticisms of, dude, you spend too long editing your videos and you have too much shit on your screen. Well, I do, because I provide actual fucking evidence. I don't provide a tiny, out of context fucking clip to make my points. I don't do that. I give you everything, and then I reference where I get that material so people can go and read that shit, because I'm an educator, okay? An educator with, like, actual fucking truth. If you don't agree with my interpretation, that's okay. But even if you don't, I'll give you everything that you need. I'll give you everything that you need to achieve your own interpretation, and then we can disagree about it. I can't even disagree with him, because he's, like, fucking... I mean, he literally banned me from his server for trying to even engage with him in any serious capacity. I even have this screenshot, too, which is, like, the funniest fuck part. He's like, oh my god, please don't... I don't want to talk to you about anything whenever it comes to DC. I'll just help you if you needed anything, because you're clearly an idiot. And I was like, okay, bro, like, if I needed help for content, I'd ask one of the 47 people in my Discord, because Unlike you, they actually have some level of fucking intellect. They can put two things together. And my Discord is a place where a ton of people disagree all the time, especially with me. Yo, and you don't believe that. You have never been in a fucking conversation where me and Wally.exe are in a chat and we're just yelling at each other for like 40 minutes trying to prove a point that we clearly disagree with. But at least I know he can provide fucking evidence that says what he's claiming. We might even disagree on an interpretation of that, but, dude, you don't even provide scans that say what you're saying. It's like dog shit. It kills me. How do people like you? How do people consider you a serious character? But, I don't know, maybe they don't. Maybe that's why you got laughed out of Quora from what I've heard. Even the other dog shit scalers are starting to make fun of you.
Who laughs is lost forever inside of a death sun that is referred to as an infinitely small part of his dad, Mandra, who was there.
What the fuck? Where does it say? Yo, proof me. Yo, show me where the death sun, show me the scan where the death sun is fucking Mandra. Because if you got there because the idiots and the unexpected threw him into the dark multiverse, they just made him eat dark matter. Nothing says that he became a son of Entropy. He went to the dark multiverse and replaced Barbados. Just a blatant lie of fucking storytelling, bro. Yo, get this man a book. Start typing up a Google Doc, bro. You could make a fucking hell of a book with your storytelling. It's as fucking fantastic as it gets.
Stories and watched them when they were first born. The Death Sun.
You think I can't feel your stories? I was there when they were born. He thinks this scan is proof of him being the Death Sun. You think this is enough evidence for Mandra to be considered the Death Sun? The Death Sun is where all stories go to die. Not where they were born. It even says that.
Infinitely small part of...
Hold on. The Death Sun unto itself, which all Earths, all stories were long ago absorbed, all matter right here, one place. The end of everything, to which all Earths that ended, all stories that ended, and at this point in time, all of them have ended. The entire multiverse is destroyed. That makes sense. Like, what?
During Final Crisis, and when a Joker who laughs is lost forever inside of a Death Sun that is referred to as...
died. Okay, obviously you dealt with the theme of good versus evil in not only Final Crisis and Superman Beyond, but also R.I.P. Other than the thematic similarities between Mandra, Darkseid, and Dr. Hurt, are there any literal connections between the characters? They're all devils, and again, doing these kinds of stories, I went directly to, okay, what's the culture's idea of evil? And it was always the devil in some form, the menacing other. Darkseid is the kind of apocalyptic evil, the biblical evil that spreads itself through whole cultures and brings them to their knees. Dr. Hurt's evil is the fear of the bad person out there who knows everything about you, someone who hates you, wants to fuck you up, fuck up your life, and has the resources and cannot be reasoned with. And then Mandra is the ultimate evil where there's no hope. The grave, he's Entropy, I suppose. No matter how hard you try, this entity will consume the universe, and you'll be sucked into the gaping, bulging black hole of Mandra. There are different kinds of evil, from the existential evil to the personal evil to stupid evil and whatever. Okay, so let's use our brains here. He's called Entropy, I suppose. And Entropy consumes things. Mandra was a cosmic vampire whose goal was to drain the entire multiverse of its bleed. And thus, everything would give in to Entropy. He's not literally Entropy, like the concept. We actually know who the concept of Entropy is. That's Imperiex. Oh, what? Do you think Imperiex is the fucking Death Sun? He's literally the concept of Entropy in the multiverse. I guess we forgot about that. Other people have used Entropy abilities before. That doesn't mean they literally are Entropy. Krona for a long time was Entropy amped. That doesn't mean he's the fucking Death Sun. This is dog shit argument 101. Way to not grapple with the actual text. You just looked at it and took it at face value versus actually navigating anything useful. God damn. What? That man is disgusting, bro. This is just sad. Oh my god.
As an infinitely small part of his dad, Mandra, who was there to eat stories and watched them.
Yo, Mandrak was not here. He's in the Dark Multiverse. You want to know what happened to the Dark Multiverse? Everything in the Dark Multiverse became the Bat Who Laughs. I didn't see Mandrak there. He probably got his ass kicked like everybody else there passively by the Bat Who Laughs. Sucks to suck.
Them when they were first born. The Death Sun is a reference to Mandrak.
It's not.
And it was there before Perpetua even arrived.
Hold on. No, that's not true. We don't have any evidence that the Death Sun was here before Perpetua arrived at all. Like, there's nothing indicating that. And since when? Since when? Since when ever has Mandrak been seen as his son? Never. Bro, this is the most what-if cope theory I've ever heard.
Also later, the Great Darkness that looms over the entire cosmology, which is confirmed as just a fabrication of Vandal Savage, the man who invoked the ultimate darkness back.
Yeah, even though we have proof of things that confirm it's real after the fact. After the fact.
In Final Crisis, who started all of the problems for Nix Wotan back then. So Lumos, you can't use metal to scale DC composite cosmology.
Yes, you can. This man just took a bunch of fan theories and said, see, you can't use this specific era of things because it's clearly just hyper time. Well, guess what? Grant Morrison's cosmology from Final Crisis is also just that. Grant Morrison's cosmology from Final Crisis does not include the multiversity map. So I guess we just don't know anything about that entire thing. And it's also, it was destroyed in Final Crisis. The Miracle Machine wished away everything that existed. It no longer exists. That cosmology is gone. It was dragged into the Monitor Sphere. Monitor Sphere is created. Source Wall went up. Like, sucks to suck, fucko. But, like, it's cool to throw up an angry face and everything and have him be like, you're so dumb for actually trying to believe this. But, like, unironically, you're out here yelling, dude, the sky is fucking orange. You're just wrong. You can't use science or history or reasoning to come to your conclusions. Look, dude, the sky is orange. And I'm like, bro, you're fucking colorblind or something. No one else agrees with you. Every single bit of scientific fact and history based on what we know reinforces this fact. You're the only dude just making up theories for popularity. Stop it. It hurts. It hurts everybody. You make the community look bad.
You can only use it to justify one hyper time lane, and that's just Scott.
Just like everything is one hyper. Like, that's such a dog shit argument. I've literally came across day one debaters who will hop in my server and be like, hey, yo, Lumos, I'm here to shit on you for your badass fucking garbage fucking DC takes. So I'm like, okay, man, well, like, what's going on? Hit me with, like, the best you got. Those guys do better than you. Because at least they'll give a scan and reasoning, and this scan says what they have, but they're, like, too dumb to engage with it because they haven't read enough. Or I guess maybe too dumb is the wrong word. They're just not knowledgeable enough to deal with it. You're knowledgeable enough. You don't have an excuse. You're old and you brag about how long you've been doing this. If I was a track star and I had spent 20 years of my life solely running the 100-meter dash, and then I go to a competition and they fire the gun and everyone runs forward but you run backwards. Even if you run 100 meters backwards before everyone else, that doesn't mean anything. You're not getting anywhere. You're not helping anybody. You're not placing yourself high. You're not proving your skill in any meaningful capacity. And but based on your arguments here, I can't even say you'd complete the 100-meter dash. You would get 40 feet in, get winded, fall over, and you would literally finish the race negative 40 yards in. But you'd stand up with a champagne bottle, spraying that shit everywhere like, woo! Yo, look at me, I got him, boys! Like, what is that?
And James. You can't use it to justify DC as a whole. So I hope that clarifies things for you both. You both had valid points, and both of you were wrong on some of the aspects of the arguments.
Hold on!
And I'm
Hold on! Yo, the argument was there infinite dimensions in DC? I was right. There was nothing me being wrong there. You, even if we disagree on the Perpetua shit, you just brought that in to shit on me. That had nothing to do with the conversation. That's the most clout-driven thing I've ever seen. What a fucking loser, dude. Yo, this guy, complete dipshit, thinks DC is 6D. This guy says infinite dimensions. That's the debate. Yeah, but I disagree with him on other things. So they're both wrong in some ways. Yo, God tier take. God tier take. Holy shit. Remind me to never have this guy as a fucking moderator. Because, like, that would be the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I would destroy someone in a debate, or somebody would destroy someone, and he would look at it afterwards, and would just be like, well, I think both sides had good points, but, you know, you both were stupid. It's like, bro, that guy didn't land a point. He just slapped himself, and everybody laughed at him. And I laughed too, and then I gave good points to reinforce my point that you agree with! Holy shit, dude. Look, the sad part is here that this man's a broken record. He's never going to escape Cosmic Armor Superman and Mandra and Grant Morrison statements and the cosmology of Final Crisis. He sees everything through the lens of the Final Crisis shit. And if you do that, you're entirely missing out on so much. And it makes you look like an idiot. I want to help you, MJ. I'll do the passive-aggressive shit that you do. You're too stupid to understand any of this. If you ever want to have a genuine conversation about where I can educate you better, stop on by my Discord. You unadded me on Discord, so I'll gladly have you jump in my server, since apparently I'm not good enough to be in yours. And you can fucking style on me in front of everyone in my entire server. I'll mute everyone else so it's only us talking. I'm okay with that. But, like, this fan theory stuff of yours has got to stop, and you can't just act like you're the smart one when you're the one walking in with a kindergarten level interpretation of DC past Final Crisis. I don't hate you. You're just dumb. I don't hate people who are dumb, but it is frustrating because people look up to you, and it's sad. It really is sad. Yo, anybody who's a comic curator guy, yo, feel free to step over to like, this channel. Look, I don't normally go this hard. I just go this hard whenever people are too unintelligent to have, like, an actual YouTube channel to deliver information. There's so many YouTube channels that are just, like, fun memes and shit. And this guy does have fire memes. I mean, half of them are memes because he thinks he's good at it, and the other half are, like, actually solid memes. Like, his short videos can be pretty hilarious. But, like, don't go to this guy for genuine facts. This guy is fucking clueless. This man is a boomer living almost 20 years ago. This man's almost living in the DC universe from 20 years ago and thinking that he's up to date with everything. It's just sad, bro. It hurts. It hurts to see. Yo, man pops off with another one. Does the DC cosmology contain Jungian archetypes? Yes, it does. There's actually scans that refer to Jungian archetypes and things along those lines. What's up, everybody? Yo, now that we're done with this dog shit video, dude. Holy fuck. I've never seen somebody
more than
say
happy
so
to talk to
little
both of you more in depth in DMs or on Discord if you ever want to. Both of you are welcome anytime.
Anytime I'm welcome. Hold up. I'm welcome there anytime. When he kicked me from the fucking server and said, oh, I've got to find it now. I've got to find this fucking screenshot. Yo, there's no way. I'm just going to pull this shit up. I'm so tired of this shit. And on top of that, yo, I want you guys to see this shit. Yo, remember all this shit with fucking dumbass Drip? This dumb motherfucker went to Drip and gave him all the downplay statements for 5D DC. Look at this shit. Hypertime is 5D. Has the actual physics version. It's a real theory. This dumb motherfucker gave Drip Sauce a 5D scale, unironically, and then shits on him for shitting on me for having an infinite dimension scale. What a fucking loser, bro. Holy shit. No wonder why these two fucking fell out from one another. And I called that shit, dude. I remember in one of my live streams, I specifically said, whenever those two argue about this, they're gonna implode. Once the comic curator says there's infinite dimensions in DC, those two are gonna have a falling out. These motherfuckers have blocked each other on Discord and are bitching at one another. It's so fucking comedy to me, bro. It's so comedy to just see things. The irony. That's what the title was for. The irony of this situation is just fucking god tier, dude. It's god tier moments, bro. Holy shit. But